small-scale aquaculture plays a crucial role in the Mediterranean and Black Sea region. By harnessing local resources and traditional knowledge, it provides a reliable source of nutritious food that is essential for combating hunger and malnutrition. It also offers alternative income for rural populations, particularly in developing regions, thus fostering economic resilience and reducing poverty. When managed sustainably, small-scale aquaculture can make significant contributions to the achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and to the blue transformation of the aquaculture sector. Enhancing the skills and knowledge of small-scale aquaculture producers is essential for the sustainable development of the sector. For this reason, the General Fisheries Commission for the Mediterranean and New Agriculture New Generation have organized a specialized training and business acceleration program in Greece to develop capacity among small-scale aquaculture producers from the southeastern Mediterranean. The program, titled Promoting Small-Scale Aquaculture Sustainability in the Southeastern Mediterranean, offered training on business and sustainable aquaculture practices, as well as field visits to aquaculture facilities in Greece. 5 producers from Algeria, Egypt, Lebanon, Morocco, and Tunisia were selected, following an open competition for sustainable practices to participate in the program. The program was officially launched in June 2024 with an event held at the Museum of Cycladic Art in Athens. This event gathered prominent members of the aquaculture sector, public officials, entrepreneurs, scientists, business executives, academics and journalists who discussed the future of the sector and concluded with an award ceremony to honor the 5 winners of the competition for sustainable practices. The first part of the program included a series of training sessions on business development, innovation, sustainability, technology, safety and sales, as well as a field visit to the Agricultural University of Athens. Participants then journeyed to Preveza in western Greece to explore the local aquaculture sector, visit modern and specialized facilities, and exchange knowledge with experts. Field visits gave participants the chance to discover the area and taste locally farmed aquatic foods. For the final group training session, participants returned to Athens to discuss marketing and communication strategies. However, the program did not end there, and participants received an additional 100 hours of online personalized business coaching. This pioneering program helped to strengthen the skills of promising producers in a region facing significant challenges and can serve as an example of positive international cooperation and as a basis for future initiatives.
Aquafarm was established in 2001 as a first shrimp farm project in Lebanon. Our activities expanded from shrimp to tilapia, carp, trout, the barramundi, and also participating in this program has been a transformative experience for me, providing numerous efforts for growth and development. The visit to Abramar highlighted a significant potential in cultivating the Red Sea bream. This insight has opened new avenues for expanding our product range. For this invaluable opportunity, knowledge and connection gained through this program will undoubtedly propel Aquafarm towards greater achievement in the aquaculture business.
Our company, created in 1998, is the oldest marine fish farm still operational in Morocco and can be considered as a small-scale farm producing 200 tons for the local market. Thank you for GFCM and New Agriculture New Generation, firstly for selecting us and offering me this fantastic opportunity to be awarded for sustainability, and secondly for all efforts deployed during this training. We have participated in very interesting workshops that permitted me to think out of the box and to structure my ideas and my thoughts. Fish farms visits were very important for me to discover techniques and practices implemented in these farms and make comparisons with ours. But the essential gain from this training is contacts with the organization team and the participants. Our long discussions were very inspiring and interesting to understand different contexts in different countries, essentially for small-scale farms. I'm sure that the network started here will continue for a long time, and the synergy will be profitable for all of us.
The implementation of this program by New Agriculture New Generation in Greece, a country with an advanced aquaculture sector, ensured high-quality standards and served as a successful example for international collaboration.
It is a great privilege for us at New Agriculture New Generation to partner with the General Fisheries Commission for the Mediterranean on this impactful initiative. Small-scale aquaculture is critical for several reasons: food security, rural development, and the preservation of marine ecosystems. In that regard, we empower local small-scale aquaculture producers to establish sustainable best practices. This enables them to act as change agents within their industries while creating tangible value for their communities.
Considering the great value of small-scale aquaculture in the region, it is important to continue working through programs such as this one to make meaningful contributions towards the sustainable development of the sector. For more information, visit fao.org/GFCM.